Yes, sir. It's 9 to 5 Sports Guys, episode 13. It's your boy T.
It's your boy TJ.
It's your boy Nam. Welcome back.
Yes, sir. Welcome back. And, it's Christmas time, so I think I'm going to do something special for the millions
And the millions.
And the millions!
of the 9 to 5ers out there. Being as that it's Christmas time, I'm in a giving mood. We're going to be giving away 10 T-shirts. Now, it's real simple. In order to get a T-shirt, this is what you got to do. If you're watching on YouTube and you're already subscribed, it's going to be even easier for you. All you got to do is go in the comment section of episode 13, comment hashtag MVP. That's the first step for those that are already subscribed to the YouTube page. Now, after that, you got to go onto the Instagram page, also comment hashtag MVP on the video that we're going to put out. And then the first 10 people will reach out to y'all, get your shirt sizes and all your info. And we're going to give away 10 T-shirts. The first 10 people are going to get 9 to 5 Sports Guys, either a sweatshirt like I got on or a T-shirt. So now we're going to start the episode. And first things first, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
It could be anybody at this moment. Man.
Baltimore looks good right now to run the table. I mean, if they can keep winning, that will put New England on the road. That means New England will have at least get one game, and then they will have to go through Baltimore.
Baltimore?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the early favorite right now.
But that's the AFC. In the NFC, the 49ers,
I'm about to say it's up for grabs.
the 49ers, go Falcons, look a little bit suspect. Nobody expected that to happen. I told people it was going to shock the world, but right now it could be the 49ers or even the Saints.
I mean, I know the Falcons shocked the world because of their record, but them beating the 49ers, that wasn't.
Oh, that was a shock because they had us in underdogs bad. You know what I'm saying? They had us being blown out. And, you know what I'm saying? Getting run over, trampled.
I mean, the Falcons were supposed to be up there in that hunt.
No doubt. I agree. And I appreciate that.
Personnel.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But, we have 16, count that, 16 people on injured reserve. You can't win games like that when, people down, even though it's the next man up.
I mean, I'm going to give credit when credit is due, but like I said, the Falcons are always that team that, every year they're supposed to be in the hunt. When you got Matt Ryan, Julio, that's...
Keep going, because, we got a lot of guys. Ain't just
No, I'm just saying, but that's a recipe
right.
for at least making the playoffs.
Right.
But look, let's get back to the Super Bowl. They're nowhere near it. They're closer to a top 5 pick than the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Actually, we probably won't get to about 8th, maybe 10th. Remember I told you that. You talking about, y'all gonna get 3.
Right there at night.
Y'all was on par for 3.
Well,
then y'all started winning some games.
Well, we win these last 2. We definitely probably won't get to about 10.
I will say this. Even though they're not going to make the playoffs, I am surprised with Tampa Bay. I got to give Jameis Winston credit.
Yeah, but he's throwing the ball 50 times a game.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Not to mention, he's Dr.
But
Jekyll
they
and Mr.
seven-
Hyde. You
they
don't know what you'll get with that guy.
They 700. They 7-7 right now.
Right. It's a 500 team.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm saying.
You don't know
like-
what you're getting with Jameis Winston, man.
Yeah.
One day he's throwing for 400 yards. The next week he's stealing crab legs.
You're going to get 50 attempts and at least two interceptions.
Right.
Every game.
All right, let's go back to
And not to
let's go back
mention,
the topic.
he got the personnel too. He got Mike Evans, he got Howard, O.J. Howard, and what's the other kid, Godson.
Yeah.
So he got a good
Godwin.
He got a good 3-head tandem there.
But yeah, there's I think there's like it's 1, 2, 3. It's 5 teams that are 11-3 right now. That's gonna make the playoffs. The Ravens are 12-2, and then the Bills, Chiefs, and the Vikings are.
Oh man, if the Bills can
10-4.
pull this off Sunday,
Yeah, they might mess up. They could still.
if they beat New England Sunday,
They
And
have
I think
a chance
that's
to win the division.
right?
I think New England has to lose the final game too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because
Against
New England beat.
Miami, right?
I think so.
They ain't losing that game.
I don't know.
You know.
But it's still interesting the fact that they're in the hunt for the division leader. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, the Bills win out. If the Bills win out and New England lose one, they'll put the Bills there.
Yeah.
Every team really has a shot at the Super Bowl except Dallas. Dallas is the only team that's going to get in at maybe.
We're not going to even speak on
Do you
Dallas.
think they're going to win that division though?
Yeah, they're going to get in at 8-8.
This is going to be a good game.
That's not certain. Because for one, they're going to Philly. The Philly might be banged up, but for some reason they find ways to squeak out games, man. And we know Dallas for a fact for the past 35 years that
every time they go there for a winner take all, they usually lose it.
They blow it.
Yeah, but I think this year they have the personnel to do it. But I mean, we'll see. It's
not
Dallas.
to mention your man's shoulder banged up too.
Who?
Dak.
Yeah, but he, as long as he's doing his little weird thing.
Oh yeah, his little dance,
salsa dance.
He'll be fine, bro. I think the Ravens have a good shot.
What about Green Bay?
I'm not sold on Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers has just been suspect this year, man.
His defense came out on fire. Then he had the run game for a little bit. Then he was on fire. But now they're just.
But you notice you can't.
They're mediocre. They're 11-3, but they're not the best 11-3 team.
He doesn't get away like he usually do. You know that he scramble.
Like out of the pot. Well, he's this time when he's running, he's really running. He's not running to throw the ball or anything like that. But the Packers might be the most vulnerable 11-3 team.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. I think the Saints are probably the better 11-3 team outside of the 49ers.
Don't forget those Vikings. That defense is still legit.
See, the Vikings are not even in
10-4.
Yeah, but they're not in the
they get in as a wild card.
Wild card. If they got
Vikings and Seattle get in as a wild card. Well, Seattle could win the division too, because the last game they play each other, 49ers and Seattle.
Yeah.
So they could very well win the division and host a game.
Well, only one will come out of the East.
Houston.
NFC East. So it depends on which one of them, win that division. Eagles or Cowboys.
Houston or Tennessee, who's coming out of that division?
I'm gonna ride with Houston.
I'm still gonna say Houston, but they still not gonna do anything when they get it.
Tannehill is what 6-2 the past however many weeks, 8 weeks.
Yeah.
He looks good, but he lost to Houston last week.
Maybe he just needs a new environment. Cause I ain't seen him play like this in Miami.
Listen, and you got a coach that Tannehill leaves. He's doing good. Now he's with the Jets, and Sam Darnold hasn't taken that next step. So,
Speaking of the Jets, y'all got a game coming up in Steel City, don't you?
Yeah.
Gonna be some booing going on out there.
Yeah, we trying to ruin somebody's playoff hopes. We trying to beat Pittsburgh.
I believe you could do it.
I don't think y'all can.
Based off of what I seen last week.
From Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Well,
They
I think
struggle.
Duck Hodges came back to earth against actual good defense. The past couple of weeks, he hasn't played a top 5 defense. The Bills is a top 5 defense. They're not a pushover.
Yeah, but
right. Their defense is legit.
I'm hoping I'm not.
They confuse them a lot in the secondary.
I'm hoping I'm not jumping out the window to say Jets. If I'm the Jets, I get up for this game because I'm pissed off. I don't make the playoffs, so I'm gonna try to ruin somebody's season. And a couple of years back, when Ryan Fitzpatrick was a quarterback, the Steelers, all we had to do was win out, and we would have made the playoffs. But we lost to Buffalo, and the Steelers took that playoff spot.
I got a question. Y'all still going to Super Bowl?
Nah, unfortunately, due to certain circumstances, the New York Football Jets are not going to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
But I will say that Atlanta is going to win the division, as stated earlier in one of the episodes. Atlanta's going to don't sleep when it comes to that division. That's all I've been hearing. So, if the Jets go to the Super Bowl, Atlanta's winning the division.
Yeah, but I actually conceded and said, okay, we're not going to make it. But you said...
Wait, where was that?
Huh?
Oh, yeah, that was a couple of episodes. Yeah. You should have said it episode 3.
Yeah.
That's when
I started out with 3.
Actually,
no, it was one.
We lost the first one and won the second one. We beat the Eagles.
and then
So,
and
one
then they
and
went
one.
on, and then they went on like a
Yeah,
5-game losing.
7-game losing streak.
every week. I'm telling you, we gonna come back. And then it was like we got injuries. Thanos snapped his finger, and we lost half of the defense.
We changed the lights of the stadium. and all
Yeah,
that
it's
shit,
like
man.
it was the BMW instead of the Mercedes Stadium. It's
got
like
you,
a
I
whole
It's a
bunch
nice
of
stadium too, by the way.
it's
really is.
a whole bunch
Really
of
is.
excuses. But you got one, I got one. We both anything. It's been basketball season for me, so I ain't even gonna talk about the Jets no more. I hope they spoil Pittsburgh going to the playoffs.
Gotcha.
Well, look, speaking of Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Drew Brees, Monday night in the Superdome Stadium, he set the record for the all-time career leader in touchdowns with 540. He passed Peyton Manning. The question I have here is, where does Drew Brees rank amongst the greats? Is he top 5, top 3?
I would say top 5.
Or can we argue the best?
Well, I'll say this. First of all, they celebrate the touchdown record like Tom Brady is not like 4 passes away from beating it again.
Yeah.
So I don't know why
Two
they.
touchdowns. I
Two
think.
touchdowns.
Yeah, so I don't know why they really, would
But,
celebrate.
For what
Brady's
it's worth,
struggling right now, so it'll be a while before we see 2 touchdowns from Brady. Might be 2 weeks.
Can't count them out though. Touchdown between those two guys, unless Drew Brees keeps on throwing.
I was about to say
will. I think he will.
it's just a race to whoever retires first.
Right.
And then also Peyton Manning, you got to remember before he went to Denver, he didn't play that whole season, so he would have had a couple of more touchdowns.
Matter of fact, his
He didn't play at all that season because of his neck.
His first couple of games in Denver, I think he had a 7-touchdown game or something like that.
Yeah.
I just think it won't really matter to the end of the season because both of those guys are still going. So the fact, but still with that being said, Peyton Manning threw 500 something touchdowns. What was it?
539
in less games than both of those guys.
And that was another thing, and that was the whole point of me saying he didn't even play the last year in Indianapolis because when they showed the games, I'm like, damn, he did it in less games. That's even more more of a detriment to Peyton
Plus, he
Manning.
has 5 MVPs.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
But where does Brees rank then?
I would put Brees top 10. I mean top 5.
Top 5.
So-
what's your top 5 and what's yours?
Okay. He has a brain fart. So
No. It's not a brain fart. It's obviously no particular order, but
There has to be an order.
well, I'm just off the top of my head, I'm throwing names out there. One is just pure bias, and he's not an all-time great, but it's just pure bias. But I got
Naaman?
no.
Don't tell me.
I was going to
No,
say.
Namath, that's before my time. That's
I
before
know you
my
was
time.
about to name that.
Nah, but I got Rodgers, Brady, Peyton, Breeze, and Mike Vick.
What?
I said this is pure bias. I said bias, so he's in my top 5.
All
All right. I'm not gonna say Mike Vick, even though he's my.
That's just pure
But that's
bias.
just me. But I'm gonna say top 5.
Yeah.
You got to put Tom Brady there.
Yeah,
Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana. Terry Bradshaw. And now, are we basing this off Super Bowls or just straight everything?
Just all time.
All time?
Yeah. Where does Brees fall in the all time list?
Breeze won't be top 5, but he probably will be 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
He's not going to be top 5 because the guys that I just named, first of all, have more Super Bowls.
yeah.
Now, he does have a touchdown record, yes.
But he's also I don't have the exact number, but he's probably top 3 in the most in accuracy, most accurate quarterback in NFL history.
Yeah, but still, you just want to talk about accuracy. You want to talk about wins. You want to talk about because
I'm sure he's up there in wins too.
Well, I just to clear the record, I know some people are gonna going to say something, but I wasn't around. I didn't start watching football until like the mid to late '90s. So I can't put Joe Montana and that's before my time.
Yeah,
Steve Young and those guys before my time.
If you want to talk about wins, now we're talking about pure wins. This means regular season going all the way to a Super Bowl. The guys I just named have more Super Bowls, so they're going to have more wins.
Yeah.
That's a given. You talking about Montana has 4.
Yeah.
Steve Young has 2.
Montana's 4 for 4.
Yeah, Steve Young has 2. Brady has 6. Peyton Manning got what, 2. You know what I'm saying? These guys continue to not only win regular season games, but win playoff games and win Super Bowls. So you automatically gonna have more wins. But I will put Breeze at least 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
Yes.
So what does Breeze have to do to get in the top 5? Let's say
More wins.
Let's say the Saints win the Super Bowl this year, and he has 2 now. Does that put him in the conversation of top 5?
Still be less wins, but I don't know. This is just me. Yeah, I've watched football for a long time, so I'm just Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Montana, Terry Bradshaw. Hey, I mean, you can go. I mean, you can easily go. I mean,
Probably even Elway.
Oh wait,
you can see Elway. Hell, you can even see Brett Favre.
I would.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
you took the. I was getting ready to say it. I forgot
Brett
about.
Favre. Yeah, but Brett Favre has a lot of picks too.
But that's a gunslinger.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But
We could say Phillip Rivers is the same way. He
True.
throws a lot.
true, but Brett Favre has won.
Right.
Well,
And see, that's another reason why I can't put Drew Brees above that. I mean, hell, technically, if you look at it, Brett Favre really, even though he only has 1 Super Bowl, he could have had 2. He really ran the '90s, man.
Yeah.
he did.
Troy Aikman got 3.
Yeah.
Wait, did you put John Elway up there?
Yeah, I said John
Oh,
Elway.
okay.
You could put Elway. What about Eli? Would Eli be ahead of Breeze? He has 2
I
against
the
dynasty.
thing about
He's the dynasty killer.
the interesting thing about
Yeah, nah,
the interesting thing about Eli is the road that he took to get to those 2 were 2 wild cards. So it
Yeah.
wasn't like he
And
was.
see, that's
They're-
another
they're- yeah,
reason.
they're all on the road and they're 9 and 7 and they just got hot.
two
Yeah.
wild card teams.
Yeah.
And you both win the Super Bowl.
And then the in 07, you beat a team that was chasing history.
Just undefeated.
The undefeated
up
team.
to that point.
Yeah.
But
So-
does his losses after that kill him?
Cool.
Eli. Because he got a lot of L's.
in the Super Bowl, in the playoffs.
I mean, losses, period.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I guess
They've had some bum seasons, man.
yeah.
Yeah, but if we're just saying quarterback's a quarterback and just accolades and with their career achievements, would Eli be ahead of Breeze, or would Breeze Breeze just outside of the top 5?
I'm going to put Breeze ahead of Eli.
Okay, but just outside the top 5.
Yeah, I'm going to put him at about 6. I'll put him at 6.
6. Okay.
I got him at 6.
Because
Because he'll be... Boy, you talking about...
Breeze is rarely mentioned, and he's one of the greats.
Well, I mean, the media really distanced him for some reason. I don't know why, because he like, you want to talk about elite right now, top 5 right now, he's top 3 right now in this generation now.
For
Yeah.
sure.
He
And
right-
every year is almost 5,000 yards.
And to me, he's top 2 in
We talking
active
about
players.
Matt Ryan? You said
No,
every year is
Breeze,
5,000 yards.
Breeze.
No, I thought you.
Hey, excuse me. Excuse me. The man has...
No, I'm just saying.
Excuse me.
You said every
Excuse
year is
me.
5,000
Phillip
yards.
Rivers
so-
does it too.
You want to climb? You want to climb?
No,
him,
no,
but
no,
he
no,
had
no, no.
he passed Dan Marino on all time, so he's sixth on the all time list right now with over 50,000 yards.
Who?
Matt Ryan.
All right.
Okay, so back to what I was saying. Active right now, two best quarterbacks in the league right now. You know, with a good career span. So that's minus Lamar Jackson. That's minus Russell Wilson.
Right.
So-
And-
Nah, Russ been in the league for about
6-7 years.
but
Nah,
he's-
he's been in the league for like 10 years now.
Well, he been 10 years.
His-
He came in 2008.
Nah.
About close to that, about 2009. Because his first Super Bowl was in, I think, 11,
What?
if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he will be the third best.
Okay.
I got Drew Brees over Aaron Rodgers.
That's fair.
You can.
I got Drew Brees over Aaron
For,
Rodgers.
for Aaron Rodgers to be as great as he is, he only been in the Super Bowl once.
Yeah.
Right, Rodgers been there once.
Yeah, he got it the year right after, when Brett Favre left.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting because Brees is, like you said, he's never mentioned in the media.
Never.
He's only mentioned when he breaks a record. But
Yeah.
other than that, when they name the top 5, people rarely put him in there.
I mention him all the time because it gets on my damn nerves.
Well, he's
he
in our division.
Yeah.
He kills y'all.
He gets on my
kills
nerves.
us both.
Excuse me.
He kills y'all.
Excuse me. He doesn't kill me. He doesn't kill my team. Because we always come within 3 points. Besides the game of this year.
Oh, within 3 points,
Oh,
but
wow.
you still lose.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
What is that?
And then that
We're
one
respecting losses now.
that one game that y'all won this year against them was a fluke.
A fluke.
Fluke, yeah.
It's not a fluke. You were much more prepared. You were more hungry. That's all.
And
Anyway.
crazy thing is, he probably would have been a lot higher on that list because he missed like 6 games.
Talking about Brees?
Yeah.
This year?
Yeah.
Well,
Remember, Bridgewater came in and went
Yeah,
undefeated.
the
Wait,
reason-
it was like
the
five.
reason why-
5-0.
That's what I'm saying. He would have broke that record.
4-1.
Went 5-0. He didn't lose.
No, he didn't lose.
He lost the Rams game that he filled in.
Bridgewater didn't lose a start.
No, when he started,
A
didn't
start,
lose.
a start, okay, but yeah, he played 5 games.
that don't count because
Well,
he
it
got
don't play
hurt.
if you it don't play if you bring in Hill and
Yeah,
no,
that's
no,
what I'm
no,
saying.
no, no, no,
That-
That game counts.
Right.
But I mean that's why Brees is playing so well though. Like being hurt for 5 weeks shows now because he's fresh
Yeah.
and he's able to just get the ball out there real quick. He's fresh. So,
And he doesn't have the height, and he
he's
does
5'9".
it. Credit to his offensive line.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. I think we'll know better in about a year or two where we can actually put him.
Speaking of where we can put him, I was wanted to touch on that that NFL all-time team that they got out.
Yeah.
Right.
I do think I'm gonna bite off you talking about being biased. I think they may have done it a little too soon.
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Because Julio Jones should be there. He should
All-time
definitely
players,
All time.
all-time wide receiver.
all-time wide receivers.
Yeah, I think he should be there.
And I gotta agree with him, based off when the NBA did the top 50.
Mhm.
They did that. They did it at a time when it's hard to make a top 50 and basketball still going on. Like you got to remember when they did that, Kevin Durant wasn't playing. A lot of these dudes that can be in the top 50 now weren't even thought of as far as playing in the NBA at the time. So it's really kind of
It's just more so a timing. I think the NFL did it because this is the 100th season, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Julio definitely deserves to be in there. It's
yeah.
no
That's what I'm
question
saying.
about that.
And Julio been in the league for about 10 years.
Yeah. Right, going on
So
2 years now,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like it's hard. It's hard to.
See, they didn't waste on. They put Gronk.
Well,
with
Gronk-
the wide receiver with the tight end.
that's
And
legitimate.
I'm just saying, but he just retired from this season. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, they already got him, and of course you got Tony Gonzalez and Kellen Winslow and those guys and Mike Dicker.
Did Shannon make the list?
He was one of the finalists.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it might be a bias though for Gronk because Gronk is easily top 5 tight ends all time.
Yeah, I think he was third behind Tony Gonzalez.
And
Tony Gonzalez and I can't remember. But I mean, I can see him being put there. I'm just like, look,
it's just and Julio, you can't put him at top 5. That's probably why they.
why not? I mean, what
Receiver all time?
What receiver has had 6 consecutive over 1,000 yards a year? Who has that? Who had it? This is when it's consecutive. Is behind one, behind the other, behind the
I'm
other.
well aware of that.
I'm just saying.
Are you talking about Julio?
Yeah. Name me a receiver that's had 6 consecutive over 1,000 yards
Listen,
receiving.
Nah, but
I'm surprised
Can you
Julio-
say he's the best receiver though? All time, top 5.
Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, Julio.
T.O.
Terrell Owens.
T.O. was there too.
T.O.
You said top 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. T.O. was definitely there. Look,
Yeah,
I can't think of
anybody.
Randy
else.
Moss,
Maybe Steve Smith.
Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. What?
Maybe
Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, Julio Jones, Terrell Owens, and you probably can throw. Michael Irvin there maybe.
What about Larry Fitzgerald?
Larry Fitzgerald.
Or what about Megatron?
That's the one I was thinking. Calvin Johnson.
That's another one.
What
about
that might be my 5 right there.
Optimus Prime though?
That's another bad one, bro.
No.
That's your second bad one today.
Hey, I thought that was funny.
I don't know what the first one was, but that definitely sucked.
I thought that was funny. But nah, though, Megatron definitely got to be on that list.
That's
too.
the 5th one right there.
Megatron.
Yeah, I can't think of nobody. Maybe if anybody is going to be on the list, it's before my time.
But those guys we just named are the guys you seen play.
Yeah.
You seen Randy Moss play, right?
Yeah. That's Randy Moss is. We used to be in the playground. You throw the football in the air. That phrase, you got Moss.
They still do it today, man.
Yeah.
Randy Moss out of that.
You told me that yesterday.
Out of that entire group, Randy Moss may have had the best hands.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What about Chris Carter?
Yeah, but I'm not going to include him. Maybe under the 5, but you just said 5, so
top 5, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
because you got guys like I said, Steve Smith was a beast too. You know what I'm saying? Lynn Swann was a beast too.
But I mean, one thing about T.O., he doesn't get as much praise and credit as he should.
He wasn't really big on receptions, but he was a hell of a damn blocker.
Who? Hines Ward? Yeah.
He would knock you off your feet.
Oh, yeah.
He caught some balls too now.
Balls.
No, yeah, thank you.
I know we on subject with Paul. That's legitimate. That's legitimate. All right. Turning over to basketball.
He could not wait.
Nah, I mean I just want to get.
It's some interesting things that happen.
I just want to get
2 weeks in basketball.
I want to get your take. First of all, I want to say tonight is a big game. You got the 23 or 24.
24
and 4.
They're both 24 and 4.
24 and 4. Lakers and Bucks. I don't know if Anthony Davis is playing or not.
Shout out to Giannis Kupo.
Yeah, shout out to him. He's having a phenomenal season. Another phenomenal season. He could win back-to-back MVPs. But
Very possible.
He should.
Very possible.
Now, do you think? Well, first, who y'all think is going to win the game?
I got the Bucks.
I got the Bucks.
Bucks.
If Anthony Davis doesn't play, I got the Bucks. Easy.
But if he plays, then
if he plays and it's a close game, I'll probably take the Lakers.
Now, I just want to chime off of you right there, because we had a conversation about this last time.
Right.
When I
The
said
importance of this or the other.
Anthony Davis,
yeah,
is the motor to that team.
Yes, he's the best player. He's the alpha right now.
Yes, sir. He's the alpha dog on that
agree
team.
there, but
Yeah.
LeBron is the most important.
you just have Anthony Davis alone.
You don't go far.
You don't go
You
as
get
far.
in, but you don't go far.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I agree with you.
And now-
I agree with you.
That's
Yeah,
that's all we were saying.
Sports, besides me being against it. Just speaking sports wise, you're correct. He is a big major part of that team.
He's what makes everything stay fluid and go where it needs to
Yeah,
go.
he's the car. He's the car.
Now,
And AD is the motor.
speaking of
Right.
Anthony Davis and LeBron, I seen a post that was circulating, and Shaq posted it also. In their prime. Now, Anthony Davis, would y'all both agree he's in his prime now?
I think his prime. I think he had his prime in New Orleans. I mean, he stayed hurt a lot, but I think it's in New Orleans.
He started his prime the year that they swept the Blazers 2 years ago. That was the beginning of the prime.
So he's
But he hasn't peaked his prime. He's not the best version of his prime yet.
no, that's what I'm asking.
But he's in his prime.
He's in his prime.
He
Okay.
started.
So he's in his prime. Shaq and Kobe.
Injury just took a lot of it away from him, though.
Shaq and Kobe.
We're not doing this, Terrence. There's no way.
I'm just asking
Go ahead,
for the millions of 9 to 5ers.
Finish. Go ahead.
Shaq and Kobe in their prime versus Anthony Davis and LeBron in their prime.
The Lakers.
It's laughable.
The real Lakers.
It's laughable.
The
Kobe and Shaq.
Kobe and Shaq, no.
There's no way you can tell me that Anthony Davis is going to be able to stop that man.
nah,
No way.
and
he can run the floor.
It's a mismatch both ways though. With Shaq and
But Shaq can run the floor too.
yeah, but he's not on the perimeter. He's not keeping up with Anthony Davis.
Yeah, but how many? Okay, well you right. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. It's a mismatch both ways. Shaq is going to dominate that matchup, but if you do a pick and pop, Shaq is not gonna come out to the 3-point line.
I'm gonna trust Kobe more than I trust LeBron.
That and Shaq will probably wear. Shaq's
Oh, yeah.
dominance will wear on Anthony Davis.
They're gonna
He
have
will.
to. They're
He's
gonna
gonna get tired.
They're gonna have to double team him.
Triple team him.
I trust Kobe more than I trust LeBron.
Like
Not prime. I mean, that's tough.
Prime wise,
A number 8 Kobe and a young LeBron with the headband.
Listen,
That's a good matchup.
yeah, but his shot is more fluid and more guaranteed.
we have to remember that those Shaq and Kobe Lakers went 16-1 in one of their championship runs.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
But the
dominant.
main catalyst
in the prime
That's
LeBron,
dominant.
was Shaq though.
and the prime LeBron shot was not that good.
It wasn't. But I mean,
that's why I would go lean more towards Kobe because anywhere from the floor he can make the shot. Anywhere.
And they both averaged 30 too in the playoffs.
We already know LeBron just gonna
the
go
whole playoffs or just the finals.
Well, it was like borderline.
I was about to say.
the whole playoffs. But in the finals, they did average 30 together.
Yeah,
30 plus. Together.
Because who they swept that year? The Sixers or no? They swept the Nets one year.
Yeah.
You know, once they got to the Eastern Conference Finals, between Indiana, the Philly, and the Nets, none of those teams had a chance.
And to keep it real with you too, man, I even take the Orlando Shaq and still kill AD.
I don't know about that because I say the
Much
LA
leaner.
I say the LA Shaq was more dominant than the thing because you got to remember Shaq was a problem, but then you look at somebody like Hakeem Olajuwon and what they did to the Orlando.
Yeah, but we're not comparing Olajuwon to AD.
I know that, but I'm saying as far as their skill set, Olajuwon could knock down the perimeter jump shot. So can Anthony
He was
Davis.
still averaging high numbers in Orlando.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying they swept a young Shaq team.
Right.
So it wasn't like, Shaq completely, he did have trouble against.
But we're not talking about the team. You were just speaking on 4 players.
All right, he had a trouble against Hakeem.
Right. Oh, no doubt. I mean,
That's what I'm
who
saying.
wouldn't have?
Anthony Davis is similar as far as not the footwork, but he can, he can pick and pop. He can stretch the floor.
Yeah, David Robinson was having a problem with him, and that was a vet.
Yeah,
So-
but he killed them just pure off of footwork
Oh
alone.
man,
He destroyed them off of that.
beautiful.
Like with Shaq, he was just dunking in your face and all that. But as far as Anthony Davis, he could put the ball on the floor, and that's another thing that's underrated. I still got Shaq and Kobe,
Yeah.
obviously because that's something. But that would have been good to watch in their primes, though. I'm not saying this LeBron
Yeah,
and thing. No, in their prime.
that's what we're saying. But whoever came up with that, you still got to give
You got to remember.
LeBron and AD at least 5-6 years together before we even start competing.
Yeah, they got to first win a
Yeah,
championship.
at least 2.
Well,
give
they
us
know
a back-to-back, and then we can talk.
they
But
just basing out the play they're doing right now.
Yeah,
25 games.
And that's another thing I was going to say. We live in a microwave society, so Laker fans haven't really cheered for anything in the last 5 to 6 years. So of course they're feeling themselves right now.
Right.
And that's more I could say than the Knicks. And we since our last episode we fired our coach David Fizdale, which I don't think he was the problem. I think he was one problem, but he came into a situation that was problematic.
Well, that Staples Center is jumping right now.
Oh yeah,
They got 2 powerhouses right now. Just
Yeah.
who's going for it? Who's going to get it?
Christmas Day, we'll see round 2 of this heavyweight bout in Staples Center.
So you having a problem today with words?
Yeah, I
man.
know, man. I had a couple cold ones today. I was off, so we're gonna see on Christmas Day. This is round 2 of Who's the King of LA. Real quick, early prediction. Who you got?
Clippers.
Clippers.
I'll probably take
Without
the
Kawhi, you know he gonna load manage.
I mean, I'm just.
You know he gonna load
I'll
manage.
probably
Bro.
take the Lakers on
I got the
this
Lakers.
time, though.
I need.
Close game.
Let me see the rosters first. I need to know who playing.
Well,
We don't. You just don't know. Anything can happen between now and then. You know what I'm saying? So let me see the roster.
all right, healthy. Everybody's healthy and everybody's playing on both teams.
Oh, so PG-13 and Kawhi playing against those 2.
PG-13 is gonna play regardless. Unless he's hurt, he's not going to load manage.
I'm saying everybody balling, everybody playing.
Everybody playing.
It's gonna come down to who got the ball last. Close
So,
game.
in a perfect world, pick.
Yeah, see, all the dancing and dancing. Nah,
Clippers.
Clippers, okay.
Still going Clippers.
That's fair. That's all we wanted to
Yeah,
hear,
that's
bro.
all. We just wanted to hear the hatred. That's
You
it.
gotta be the principal and the assistant principal.
Nah, I'm just saying. 'Cause-
Well, speaking of low management, Doc Rivers chimed in on LeBron basically saying that if he's healthy, he's going to play every game.
it's an interesting dynamic, right? So, a couple years ago, LeBron low managed, the media killed him. Jordan never low managed, Magic never low managed. Now that the man is playing every game, they're killing this man.
That's
Yeah.
the media.
He's playing.
They
No,
actually-
but as I said, the media. They killed him for low managing prior. Now that he is playing all games,
They're begging him to at least sit out a game here or a
Hey,
game
it's
there,
like,
fresh in
damn if you do, damn if you don't.
They drug Popovich and doing the Spurs like that for a while too.
Yeah.
They drugged them for doing that.
No, but I'm saying like it's like, all right, pick a side and stay on it. Don't just keep hopping the fence. If you don't want the man, if you gonna criticize him for low managing, now you can't criticize him for playing all these minutes.
I would say low management now for LeBron James would probably be vital now.
Yeah,
In his 17 years now,
yeah, 17.
it will be vital to try to do it. Now.
Yeah,
But as far as the Kawhi thing, no, they should have never.
Kawhi's like 22 years old. Like, not literally.
Yeah. I was right.
I'm just saying.
Well, yeah.
But the point is, it's like, it.
I mean, it worked for him one season. He got a ring out of it, so I'm
Yeah,
thinking
the fluke
that-
season last year, the
Yeah,
asterisk.
But it counts.
There's no
At the end of the
asterisk.
day-
Is the asterisk.
At the end of the day,
it's a
it
ring.
worked. It worked, nevertheless.
What do you say if he wins this year?
There's
They
nothing to
win.
say.
What are you gonna say?
There's nothing to say. No, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant to play again.
Yeah, well,
I'm telling you, look, I'm back to being a KD fan. He not on the Warriors no more. I'm not a Brooklyn
I
fan.
never stopped being a KD.
I've never stopped being a KD fan. I just didn't like what he did. But like I said, somebody, whether it be LeBron, whether it be Kawhi, this is a stretch. Whether it be Luka out of Dallas, somebody gonna have to see KD when they get to the finals. Now let me ask y'all this, right? Somebody made a post. What are you laughing for?
Listen, I'm not sold on Kevin Durant in Brooklyn, but
I am. I mean, Kevin Durant. Like I said, Kevin
Well, I
Durant.
ain't sold on the tandem.
the pairing,
they have.
yeah, the pairing
Him
of
and
them,
Kyrie.
the pairing of
I'm-
them, I'm not sold on that.
Listen,
but-
why are we worried about Kyrie? He's
Yeah,
just not going to be healthy. Kyrie's going to be injured. And I don't, knock on wood, I don't wish him to be injured, but I mean, that's his
That's
career
just-
in a
that's-
nutshell.
That's his MO.
But let me say this. How is that? And this is more geared towards the resident hater we got. How is it that, let me ask you, is the East weak now?
Is the East weak?
East has always been weak.
Yeah. That
Hold on, wait a minute.
I was waiting for him to say
Wait a
it.
minute.
I was waiting for him to say it.
Completely.
Because just a couple years ago, the East was weak.
I'm gonna tell you.
The
I'm
East
gonna
was
answer your
weak
question.
in-
I'm gonna answer
okay,
your question.
go ahead.
A lot of the powerhouse players are in the West right now.
It's been like that for years. But go ahead.
Forever.
Yeah,
For-
actually, it's been like it the whole time. LeBron was in the East.
merger.
Okay.
So,
So let me ask you right now: is the East weak? I don't want the dancing. I don't want all that. I don't want the dancing machine and all that. Just answer:
It's
is
still-
the East weak?
compared to the West, yes.
It's weak, right?
Compared to the West, yeah.
So how is it that we praise somebody like Kawhi? We
I
praise
should have known that was
Giannis for doing their thing, and the East has been weak, quote unquote, for the last couple of years. But now all of a sudden it's not weak. Now the East is.
Who said it wasn't weak?
Well, I've seen people talking about it, saying that the East wasn't.
I'll say it's evenly distributed now that LeBron's in the West.
Why? Because he dominated the East.
I mean, there was nobody. The talent wasn't there to stop LeBron.
So
the ball was
So Giannis just got in the
you're
league.
saying that
no. He hadn't even sparred yet.
Oh, okay. Philly.
He ain't even grown into his body
They
yet.
just made Philly like a year ago. To when did LeBron?
That team wasn't even built yet.
Okay.
Look, I figure now, if you probably put LeBron back over in the East right now,
he's still dominating.
He's still dominating.
maybe.
He's dominating in the best team in the West right
He's
now.
only dominating because he got the help to dominate.
Yeah. Well, you tell me.
Well, but last year he was playing well up until he got hurt. He was a 4 seed climbing.
Until
He got hurt.
I'm not. Look, you want me to give? Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't even know how to say it, but look, look,
A lot of hate coming out.
look, man, look. To answer your question, yes, the East is weak, still compared to all the talent that's in the West, because that's where it all is.
Has it always been weak?
It's been weak for a while now.
So
Since
LeBron,
let's say even back there to the 80s. Has it always been weak?
No.
Oh my God.
real quick,
there's
because
a-
we're
come
gonna
on,
wrap.
man, if you
Real
watch it,
quick,
now
because
you-
we're gonna wrap up in a little bit. I just want to ask you: did you hear what Kevin Garnett said on I
Area
think
21.
no. It was a podcast. I think he's promoting
It
a
was,
movie with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, it was Bill Simmons or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Now he was
guy that
saying
likes Boston.
he said they weren't scared of LeBron and that we
Ran him out of
we
Cleveland.
ran him out of Cleveland, right? I agree and disagree to an extent. I agree for one thing that they did run him out of Cleveland because he was trying to recruit players to come to Cleveland, and they did. But I disagree that they didn't fear LeBron James.
Fear?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's, when you got the big three, as they put it,
yeah.
and you talking about one
One
guy on the team, that's why they didn't really fear him, because they knew the ball was going through him.
Yeah, well, I mean, as far as I would say if just just somebody else, I think he doesn't leave Cleveland. If they at least beat if they beat the Celtics, I don't think he leaves Cleveland and go to Miami.
Yeah, because now it's an attractive place to bring somebody there.
And he even said it on when they first got Anthony Davis. He's been trying to recruit players to come to Cleveland forever. Cleveland's not an attractive place to come. Miami is, and so is LA. So he said he's been recruiting guys forever.
So the guys are more or less worried about destination than winning championships. That's basically what they were. That's what you're saying.
Destination, and then the
You got to remember, it's a
off-the-field
lifestyle.
endorsement.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
So,
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, South Beach is
Yeah.
always going to attract
South
anybody.
Beach and Beverly Hills and you know.
Right, Hollywood.
The only
New
place
York.
that's a popular city that nobody wants to go to.
New York.
I'm not gonna say New York. It's the
Oh.
Knicks because
That's what I'm
people are
talking
coming to Brooklyn.
That's what I'm talking about, the Knicks.
Nobody wants to come to the Knicks. We just a bad one. I don't even want to give them.
You gotta get them guys out of the office and bring in fresh blood, man.
You know who we need? All the Knicks fans. I need y'all to go. If y'all listening to this, we need Eddie. We need Eddie from the movie. We need Whoopi Goldberg to come coach us. And that's the only way we're gonna win because this is ridiculous.
Speaking of South Beach, man, them Heat look good.
Yeah, nah, the Heat do look
Yes, we
good.
do.
They do.
Probably a 4 seed.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Hell, you could get 3. The
Yeah.
way they playing.
We could, but I think we'll fizzle out and be a 4 seed.
Do y'all make any trades deadline?
Probably not.
No,
Get like a Chris Paul or somebody
Probably
like
not.
we don't need it.
You don't wanna mess that chemistry up that you got going right now. Ain't no
That's valid.
need for it.
that? That's valid.
Yeah. They balling right
Young
now.
guys are doing well. The veterans are happy.
Never mind that.
Everybody's playing well.
Never mind the close game they lost against the Lakers the other night. So that was still a tight one and easily could have went overtime if he had got that foul from AD.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you're talking about the offensive foul.
no, he backed up and AD got in his space. You got to be able to come down. As a shooter, you need space to come down.
Yeah.
He was all in it, and they didn't give it to him. So you talking about the play where he threw LeBron James' ass to the damn seats? Yeah, that play I was talking about.
So yeah, this pretty much wraps up episode 13. Like I said previous, if you want to get one of the t-shirts, we're giving away 10 t-shirts, either t-shirts or sweatshirts. Go to the YouTube page if you're watching the YouTube page already. Subscribe. Number 1. Comment #MVP. Then there's going to be a link for the Instagram page. Go on the Instagram page. Follow and also #MVP. First 10 people, we're going to reach out, send out 10 t-shirts, and hopefully you get your t-shirt and send us a picture too when you get it. Send us a picture and we're going to repost you. And so the millions
And the millions.
of the 9-to-5ers can see. But this wraps up episode 13.
Hey, can you hold those cue cards for Nam next time, man? Because he's having a problem talking today.
Give it up for TJ, ladies and gentlemen. One time for TJ.
And that man nervous, man. That's all it is.
Nah, I'm just saying. Like I said, I was off, so I had a couple cold ones. But this wraps up episode 13. It's your boy T.
It's your boy TJ.
It's your boy Nom.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you come back.
Peace.